Good morning. And welcome to Unity of Palmyra, where centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. We are an open and affirming community. We love you exactly as you are in all of your magnificent glory. And we are so happy that you have braved the cold to come out this morning. Welcome. So let's take a nice big deep breath. It's been a very busy and eventful week, so let's just breathe together. And take a moment to ground ourselves. To ground ourselves in this moment. To breathe into this moment. To feel that breath going all the way down through our body, down through the soles of our feet, into the earth, where we are literally grounded. And so we breathe together as one in recognition of our connection, of our oneness, and of how sweet that connection is. How important that connection is, not only in this space or whatever space you are in listening to these words, but as we venture into the world. For that's why we come apart. We come apart to learn, to be inspired, to grow, to be empowered, to learn to care for one another. And then we take what we have learned into the world. That's the power of the work that we do. And as always, we enter into this experience with gratitude as we say thank you. Thank you for this time to come apart for a while, to remember the truth of who we are, that we are spiritual beings having an incredibly interesting human experience. We say thank you for whatever safe space you are in, whether you are in the comfort of our beautiful sanctuary or you are listening to this from your home. We are grateful that you are here. And finally, we say thank you for one another. Thank you for this beloved community, so committed to making a difference in the world, so dedicated to being the change that we wish to see in our world. And so it is. Amen. So please stand. Together, may the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to hurt, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Divine Spirit. So our opening song this morning is Gentle with Myself, and that's going to lead us into the many gifts of winter that we're going to explore today, and how important it is this time of year that we rest and that we are exquisitely gentle with ourselves.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will be only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I will love myself like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
That was beautiful. Let's share together in our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for our spiritual living and our mission. Together, we provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. So one of the ways we practice is to honor wherever you are on your hugging journey. So if you would like a hug, this tells us we can bring it on in. If you're more comfortable with the handshake, we will respect that. And if you want us to leave you completely alone, we totally understand. And we will honor whatever bubble you create about yourself. Have a great time.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Okay, here we go, folks. Sing it with me. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
I know, right, Beck? I'm impressed. You guys did great. We didn't even have to yell at you at all. All right, a couple of announcements. Our prayer chaplains for today are Lisa Bechtel and Linda Longenecker, who is sitting in the back of the sanctuary. So they'll be holding sacred space for us throughout the service, and they'll also be available over here for anyone after the service who would like to have just some one-on-one private prayer time. I'm trying to remember, Rick. Where's Rick? What was the phrase that you coined yesterday at the council training? Oh, when you pray with a prayer chaplain, it's like you get verbal cuddling.
Aww. I like that.
And so we have now adopted that. We will now include that henceforth in all prayer chaplain trainings. You are verbally cuddling those who come to you. It was just a brilliant and so apropos. For those of you who were not accosted by a greeter or our council president on your way in, giving letters for 2024 are in a box in the Rose Room. If please do check your letters before April 14th. If it looks off to you, or if you didn't get a letter and you think you should have gotten a letter, please just let Kathy raise your hand. Our amazingly awesome administrative angel down here, and she will be happy to work with you, fix it, find it, whatever. Just let her know if anything looks off kilter, but please do it quickly so that she's not bombarded on April 13th. Also, thank you to everyone last Sunday who helped to take all of the Christmas stuff down, and to the folks this morning who were helping to take more Christmas stuff down, and whoever is going to help after the service to take the Christmas tree down. I am thanking you in advance for helping to take the Christmas tree down. Those were the only things that didn't get down. Gwen's class, Presence and Potential, starts tonight. It has had a wonderful sign up. It's going to be a great class. Is it too late to sign up? Okay, so if you are interested in her Presence and Potential class, please see her. It's Gwen and 2 other Unity licensed teachers. It's going to be a wonderful class, and it starts tonight. My class starts on January 23rd, which is Embracing the Gifts of Our Shadow, and it starts on January 23rd because I'm off next week. I'm off. Yep. Oh no. Oh yes. So Sherry and Gwen are going to be leading the service next week, and it is going to be wonderful. So please do come next week and enjoy that. We do have Youth Ed next Sunday, the 19th, and then the Hug meeting, because I'm not here next week, is going to be on the 26th. So the Hug meeting has been bumped to the 4th Sunday. So just another quick announcement that some of you are aware of that we will take into our prayer time is that our beloved Jeff McFarland had a stroke yesterday morning. And it's all is well. He happened to be here. And so he was immediately whisked off to the med center. They are taking incredibly good care of him. I got to spend some time with him last night, and already following the procedures, he is already doing better. So I'm going to see him again today. I'll keep you guys posted. But all is well. He's getting exceptional care, and his stepdaughter and his son are also part of that caretaking. So all is well. I just wanted to let you guys know, and we will include him in our prayers during our prayer time. So I think that's it. I'm looking around for any other announcements that I might have missed. All right. Miss Gemma, would you like to read the daily word today?
Has to offer, finding the good in situation, even undeserved ones, and feeling grateful in a spiritual superpower. When I practice gratitude, I am living my faith that blessings of all kinds are constantly unfolding, and the goodness of God is in all things. Gratitude keeps me positive, helping me to expect the best and not the worst. It opens my heart to the existing blessing and primes me to receive even more. When I live with an attitude of gratitude, I am simply magnetic. I go forth with the expectation I will have what I need when I need it. I will meet the people I need to meet and be in the right place at the right time. In prayer, I give grateful thanks and rest assured my highest and best outcomes are on their way to me.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs miss me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So this is the time of our service where we consciously enter into that attitude of prayer. And it was such a wonderful expression yesterday of this community in action and taking care of one of our own and making sure that they got the care that they needed. That is the power of the beloved community. So let's take that into prayer with so much gratitude, and thank you, Gemma, for sharing that powerful word. When we are grateful, when we are filled with gratitude, when we look for things to be grateful for, we are sending a message loud and clear to the universe that we expect more to be grateful for. And so we recognize that gratitude, although it is a wonderful attitude, it is also an incredibly powerful practice to actively look for the good, to proactively look for the good, to find things to be grateful for, to search them out. We don't wait for them to drop in our lap. We look for them. And we look for them with the expectation of finding them. And so even when it seems that something scary is happening, we can be grateful that we have support. We can be grateful that we have people in this community who know what to do, who take action, who get help for one of our beloved. And for that we can be so grateful. We've had so many examples of this community, of caring for one another, of cooking for one another, and driving one another, and praying with and for one another. We truly do have so much to be grateful for. And so we breathe together, recognizing that we are all breathing in that incredible stardust that literally created and continues to co-create the universe. We are that stardust in human form. And for that alone, for that recognition alone, we should wake up every morning filled with gratitude. For as stardust, we are given the opportunity to shine our light in a world so hungry for light, for goodness, for gratitude. And we also affirm the power of sharing our challenges with one another, of being vulnerable and open with one another. For we know that when we are willing to open our hearts and our minds and to share with one another what we need, that those troubles and those challenges are divided. And when we are also open and vulnerable enough to share our joy, those joys are multiplied. Therein lies the power of community. And as always, we end this time together with the affirmation that got us through COVID, that whether we are together or apart, We are forever connected at the heart. And so it is. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. The sun is on the rise now. It's shining on the ground. Bird is in the sky now. Snow is all around. It's a quiet winter morning. Quiet winter morning. Ooh. Fire's growing orange now. Curled up with a book. Bird is at the feeder. Come and take a look. It's a quiet winter afternoon. A quiet winter afternoon. Fire's going out now. It's time to go to bed. Bird has flown away now, safe inside her nest. It's a quiet winter night. A quiet winter night. Ooh.
So we have verbal cuddling, and that felt like a musical hug. I know, right? And that's winter. That's the energy of winter. You know, winter tends to get a bad rap, right? We talk about In the Bleak Midwinter, although that is a gorgeous song. We have now is the winter of our discontent, and death comes in the winter of our lives, right? And for many, many years, I think part of it is, you know, growing up in Phoenix, we didn't really do winter there. I really struggled with it. I didn't like the cold. I didn't like the dark. I missed the sunshine. I missed my garden. You know, there was this predisposition to be sad right? Both the actual diagnosis and just sad because it's gray and it's miserable. And then, oh gosh, over a decade ago, a friend of mine who was an expert in Chinese medicine said, you know, Steph, there are a lot of gifts of winter. And are you willing to stop complaining about it? Right? You need friends like that, you guys. And start seeing it differently. Can you shift your perspective on winter? And I grudgingly agreed with her guidance. I will say it did take me a couple of years to make that shift. But one of the things that she referenced was the I Ching, which is a book of Chinese medicine and wisdom. And she said in the Chinese tradition and in Chinese medicine, winter is honored as a time of rest and introspection. And she shared this quote with me that I loved. In winter, people should retire early at night. I got that part down. And rise late in the morning, as if the animals will let me do that. And they should wait for the rising of the sun. Right? In other words, we should flow with nature. So during winter, nature is resting, right? It's quiet, it's withdrawn, it goes deep down into its roots. And it's not that nothing is happening. All sorts of stuff is happening down there in those roots, right? But on the surface, it's quiet and it's calm. And so like nature, the Eastern traditions encourage us in winter to get plenty of rest, to eat well, so far so good, right? To relax and to sleep deeply. So when she put it that way, I was able to kind of surrender to many of the gifts. And so I want to share some of those with you. There's a wonderful author that I follow her on Facebook. Her name's Donna Ashworth, and some of you may be familiar with some of her wisdom. And she has a little piece she calls Wintering. And she said, you may think yourself lazy or flawed, yet your body is made of almost the exact same elements as the stars. I swear she goes to a Unity church somewhere. Your bone composition matches the coral in the seas, and you, my friend, are ruled by the moon and the sun, whether you like it or not. So no, you are not lazy. Nature is simply pulling you to slow down, like the life, the floral, and the fauna around you. It is not your moment to rise. It is winter. You are wintering, and you are right on time. So some of the gifts of the season, and this is a little piece called A Celebration of Winter Solstice by Joyce Rupp, if you guys are familiar with Joyce, and from their and Macrina Wiederkehr, and it's from their book called The Circle of Life. And I love this. They say, there is a tendency to want to hurry from autumn to spring, to avoid the long, dark days that winter brings. Many people do not like constant days bereft of light and months filled with colder temperatures. Although I do have to laugh if any of you have friends that live in the South. Have you experienced it? It's so cold down here. I'm like, seriously, you guys, come on, right? It's like it's at freezing, and they're complaining. Okay, but I digress. They struggle with the bleakness of land and the emptiness of trees. Their eyes and hearts seek color. Their spirits tire of tasting the endless gray skies. There is great rejoicing in the thought that light and warmth will soon be filling more and more of each new day. But winter darkness has a positive side to it. As we gather to celebrate the first turn from winter to spring, we're invited to recognize and honor the beauty in the often unwanted season of winter. Let us invite our hearts to be glad for the courage that winter proclaims. Let us be grateful for the wisdom winter brings in teaching us about the need for withdrawal into a season filled with light. The winter solstice celebrates the return of hope to our land as our planet experiences the first slow turn toward greater daylight. Soon we will welcome the return of the sun and the coming of springtime. But as we do so, let us remember and embrace the positive, enriching aspects of winter's darkness. Pause now to sit in the silence, in this darkness of this space. Let this space be a safe enclosure of creative gestation for you. Isn't that lovely? So one of the gifts of winter is rest, right? Nothing blooms all year. Well, not in central Pennsylvania. All right? I'm knowing my audience here. So how often do we fight our need to rest? Right? How often in our culture of just do it, you can do it, do we try to muscle through or push through or deny our bodies and our spirits and our souls' need for rest? The trees don't fight the leaves falling, right? The animals that hibernate don't fight hibernation. I saw the cutest cartoon this week. It was two little, what's Phil the groundhog, right? Two little, you think I would know that living in Pennsylvania, but there was two little groundhogs and they were in their burrow and they had a roaring fire going and the wife was drinking tea and had a book open and the husband groundhog came down and said, "Don't answer the phone. I've told everyone we're hibernating." Right? So I think it's okay to acknowledge that sometimes we need to not answer the phone, right? Sometimes we need to go off the grid and to allow our bodies and our minds to rest. So another lesson we learn from this season is the importance of letting go. Rumi once said, "Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop." Right? Winter encourages us to let go. What leaves do we need to drop? What are we holding on to? Again, notice the trees don't hold on to the leaves. The trees recognize that if they don't let the dead leaves go, there's not going to be energy. Sorry, this is your botany lesson for the day. This is my biology degree, people, right? If the trees don't let the dead leaves go, there's not going to be the energy for the new leaves to emerge and for the blossoms to emerge. They have to stop feeding the dead leaves in order for the new growth to have the energy that it needs. I think that's such a powerful metaphor for our lives. What dead leaves and dead limbs are we trying to feed that aren't ever going to come back? We need to let them go so that all that energy can go into new growth and new lives. So there's an old saying that says you can't cross the ocean to a new shore if you're afraid to leave the port, right? We need to be willing to let go. There's a wonderful song that we're going to hear in a little bit, and it's based on this piece from Ecclesiastes, in which the author wrote, "A time to be born and a time to die. There is a season for everything. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing." I remember I shared this at one point during COVID and we all laughed at that point. A time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. So we can fight the seasons and we can fight winter and we can fight the cold and we can fight our bodies yearning for rest, or we can flow gracefully with the changes of the seasons. In Chinese medicine, every season is associated with an element, and the element for winter is water. Because water is very adaptable. Water is very flexible. Water can be steam, water can be liquid, water can be frozen, right? And so the balanced water element flows. It has the ability to rest and to nourish oneself. Remember, we are, what is it, like 92 or 94% water? Somebody once said we're just cucumbers with feelings. Right? I know, there's a metaphor. There's a picture you're not going to be able to get rid of. Right? But the water element is one that encourages us to go within, to go with the flow. Like the fire element is energy, right? And the metal element is our ability to make decisions. And the wood element is about, nurturing and creativity, that creative energy. But the water element is about flowing, going with the flow of the seasons, so that we can emerge in the spring refreshed and renewed. So I don't know about you, but when I get tired, I get cranky. I'm not going to look at my husband as I share this part of the talk. When my water element is out of whack, right? When I haven't had enough time alone, when I'm tired, when my body and my mind and my spirit have not had time to recharge, I get very irritable. The Chinese would call it rigid, right? When we don't allow that rest and that water element to flow, it gets rigid, it turns to ice. There's the metaphor, right? And so we need to pay attention to that. Rest is so important to our ability to be flexible and to be open and to be loving and to be compassionate. I'm sure I'm the only one that gets cranky when I'm tired. But take notes for your cousin here, okay? Pay attention. I love the Snickers commercials. You guys know those Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry, and so kind of a code in our house, because the last thing you want to do when someone is already tired and cranky is point out how tired and cranky they are. It doesn't go well. And so every now and then, Ken will just very gently ask if I need a Snickers bar, right? And that's the code for, right? You're being a little cranky. We need to learn from nature. We need to take the time to rest. We need to take the time to go within. However you go within, right? And I also think it's interesting, one of the things I love about the Hindu tradition is their honoring of different life cycles, and how we have different priorities and we have different goals and we have different energy at different parts of our lives. And that as we are entering into the winter of our lives, what they would call the retirement age, which doesn't mean you're physically retiring, it just means that you're entering into that phase of your life where you have different priorities and your energy is different. It's not better or worse, it's just different. And there's such an honoring of that in the Hindu tradition. There's an honoring of the teenagers that act out. They're not judged. It's assumed that the teenagers are going to act out. I'm sorry, Renee, do you want to cover ears over there? Right? It's assumed that in our late 20s and in our 30s that we're going to want to pursue a career with gusto, right? It's an acknowledgement that there are different phases in our lives, just like there are different phases in nature, and to learn to honor those phases, to honor those stages. And so if as we approach the winter, right? If we need more rest, we get it. We honor ourselves. So winter is also the season of hope, right? We plant the bulbs and we hope that we did it right at just 4.5 inches and that they'll all come back up, right? We hope that the snow will turn to rain, and we hope that the flowers will bloom and that the sun will return. This is one of the reasons that this time of year, starting with the solstice, was so important in the lives of our ancients, of our ancestors, because they didn't understand completely. They knew the sun went away, and they hoped that it would come back, but they weren't quite sure about those dynamics. And so this was a season of hope, hence so many festivals around this time. imploring the sun to return, right? So now we know that the sun's going to return, so we can relax into it. And we can ask ourselves, knowing that the sun's going to come back, what else are we hoping for? This is a time where we can go within. We can spend more time in meditation. We can sleep more if the dog will allow you to, right? Yeah, waking me up, Gemma, every morning, 5:45 like clockwork, right? When we're willing to go within, it brings renewed energy to our spring because we've let go and we've rested and we've gotten clear about what is really important to us. And we can't do that if we ignore this time and we ignore this energy. Like the water element, we need to flow. So I want to close with Rumi. And he said, "Don't think the garden loses its ecstasy in winter. It's quiet, but the roots down there are riotous." So here's to the quiet and the riotous roots. Let's take that into meditation.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there, and in the silence, where every color blends, and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. And in the silence, your path is paved with gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
And so I invite you to breathe, to relax, to loosen the muscles in your neck and your shoulders, to relax your eyes, to feel your muscles soften and loosen. To feel yourself sitting right where you are, right here, right now. In this moment, we are fully present, open, receptive, in the flow, willing to hear, willing to receive the gifts of this season, the gifts of rest, the gift of silence, the gifts inherent in whatever stage of life we are currently in. The gifts found from going within. From unplugging from the world, just for a while, coming apart, just for a while, allowing the earth to spin and the world to revolve without us, just for a while. And so as we enter into a few moments of silence, what is it that you are hoping for? What do you hope will emerge in your spring? And as you reach clarity, as you can see in your mind's eye what you wish to emerge, are you willing to rest now? Are you willing to let the leaves go? Are you willing to allow the sap to run deep down into your roots? So that when the time comes, what you hope for, whatever your heart's desire is, will have the energy to appear.
In the light, now you'll find that you know peace of mind. And in the silence, your path is paved with gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there, peace is there, truth is there, God is there.
Kind of just want to sit there with your eyes closed for a while now. So this is the time of our service where we do not pass a basket. There's one in the back if you would like to donate some paper to this community, and there's all sorts of ways you can send that contribution through the ethers. We just like to take this time to express our incredible gratitude for how you support the work of this community with your time, your talent, and your treasure. We really see what we give here as an investment in the work of this community, both within these walls and outside of these walls. And as we emerge into spring this year, we are going to be outside of these walls even more, and we find that very exciting. So thank you so much.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap. A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time that you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late.
So when we studied Ecclesiastes, whose author was also a person by the name of Koheleth, it was interesting because in the initial study of it, it was all, fatalism and a little doom and gloom and all is vapor, all is blah, 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 blah. But then as we got through it and as we got to the end of the study of it, what we realized was what the author was really saying is embrace the day. Embrace the day. If all is vapor, then what are we so worried about? Right? I say to the mother of young children, embrace the day. Right? So especially this winter, embrace the day. Embrace the days you can't get out of your house. right? Embrace the cold, embrace the dark, get extra sleep, eat really well. I clearly have that one nailed, right? Embrace the day and the season. So let's stand and share in our unity blessing. Thank you for letting my little nerdness come out there. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in each and every one of you. Together, we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Let's sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And now we share in a prayer inspired by the prayer for protection. As the light of God we shine, as the love of God we embrace, as the power of God we stand in truth, as the presence of God we radiate love. Wherever we are the divine in expression, and all is well with our souls. Amen. So go forth and enjoy the many gifts of winter. Just a quick heads up, Ken and I are heading out immediately to run over to the hospital. So please help take down the tree and move the prayer table over, and just anything else that needs put away, just go for it. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you in 2 weeks. So have a wonderful week. Enjoy winter, and bye-bye our YouTube and Facebook friends. We love you so very much. You're welcome. This is always like the preach what we need to learn.
Well, I thought that was awesome.